So I swear, I'm not trolling when I start this like this, Mike.
That's like when Kenny starts a sentence and
Nope.
says, hey, I'm not racist, but.
Nope. It leads me into a conversation regarding your team.
Oh, goody.
So we have hit the exact moment 1 year ago where Saquon Barkley signed a 3-year, $37 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. Why do I bring it up? Not just because of the anniversary. What? The Giants decided yesterday to re-sign Darius Slayton for 3 years, $36 million. Along with today signing safety Javon Holland, $30 million guaranteed last year, letting go of Xavier McKinney, who only got $23 million guaranteed. That's a tough pill to swallow as a Giants fan.
Is there a question in here, or are you just looking for me to physically strike you?
Well,
I really would like
David,
to know what you're doing here.
David, that's called chasing last year's mistake.
Thank you, Rico.
That's overcompensating. Okay, we screwed up, so let's make sure this doesn't happen again. We're going to pay to show our fans we're not cheap and we're not going to lose everybody because you watch Saquon.
No, it's not about
hoist a
being
trophy.
cheap. They lost these guys because they thought they had something better.
Right.
You drafted Xavier McKinney. He was homegrown and wanted to stay. So a year later, you're spending more money with more guarantees to go get a more inconsistent player, albeit Javon Holland's had 4 defensive coordinators in 4 years. I digress. Dude, what do you want me to say? I got nothing. It's hopeless in New York. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, and they're in a state of what Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia were on their last year. Where
That's right.
You're like, they shouldn't be making these moves. They shouldn't be making these decisions. They should have got rid of Joe
The only
Shea.
difference will be John Mara will demand they trade the number 1 and get a quarterback in a way that Martha at the time or Sheila as the advisor didn't do here. Go ahead.
Also, the Giants are having good conversations with Aaron Rodgers. Please go there, not Pittsburgh. The Minnesota Vikings have signed guard Will Freese to an $88 million deal. And then Jonathan Allen, they brought him there to the Vikings, 3 years, $60 million. Yet another team in the NFC North making and getting better.
Yeah, I mean, because, well, they have the money, David. They're not spending it on the quarterback, and you got JJ under the rookie deal. So all the money you did not pay Sam Darnold can go elsewhere to bolster both the offensive and defensive line. I mean, really, it boils down to not if JJ can come out there and do the job, they're going to be dangerous for a while.
The one thing I would say is, remember, and Rico knows this, he agrees with me on this. All these names, you got to separate what the name is and go look at the production and the reason they're free agents. Like a Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen as a name, you go, whoa, problem, missed half the year, lack of production. Hey, maybe he reignites his career. Like the guy that Minnesota got from Indy, Freeze.
Yeah.
He's a really nice offensive lineman. I think the Colts just they have other expenditures, including $15 million on Danny Dimes. But I never like getting seduced with the name. That's why I wanted to make a trade this offseason.
No, and this is a names free agency. This is why I did a couple last week when I did the wide receivers. Like, these are the best wide receivers. Great names. If you went back in time 3-4 years, you'd be like, wow, they're available. Now, yeah, not so much. But yes, Allen.
Not so much.
But Allen, coming off of the injury, if you lower your expectation and he pans out, fine. I mean, honestly, I'm not joking. No Jim Costa-Smar. I actually kind of thought the Lions would go after him because he kind of
as a rotational piece, I'm good. But if you think he's still Jonathan Allen at 70 snaps a week, I'm not doing that.
Rico, I want to get your thoughts on this because there was one player on your team that you really did not want to leave, and he has left.
Right, as the hockey game was going on, I saw that. So, Kenny, I was you with the sad pizza, like, and Dre Greenlaw is gone.
3 years, $35 million to the Broncos.
David, he coming off of the injury from the Super Bowl, he was never the same last year. John Lynch is taking this free agent class and said, I don't think it's that good. We're going to go ahead and tighten the belt. I would have loved to see him come back just because he was an enforcer out there. But in hindsight, I see what they're trying to do. That was one. It's going to be sad to see him in a Bronco uniform, but I understand. The Niners are trying to do a line shift where we're going to last year, all of their rookies played. So because of that, it allows them to let go of some older players that we're not going to pay you that amount of money. So go make your money someplace else. We're just not going to give it to you.
The Niners are kind of like Lions 2027 or 8. You know, they've had an unbelievable run. They've made 2 Super Bowls, should have been a third. You have to make some tough decisions. I agree with the senator from North Dakota. You got to go out with the old and in with the new, especially they're about to dot their quarterback with a $50 million a year deal.
Yeah, it's going to be players that you're like, wow, but I really like Juszczyk. I really like it. And you got the memories, and that's it. You want to win?
You want to cue up to Sarah McLachlan? You going to be okay?
No, I'm going to be okay. It's like, do you want to win or do you want to hold? Because, Mike, you've seen it where you hold on to players way too long.
No, my team's the opposite. We just get rid of them and then sign their mistakes.
And then then the team just falls apart because it's like, you probably should have cut these guys 3-4 years ago, but you went for that one last run. So I'm good, David. But
nobody cares about your feelings. To hell with you. David.
But we all can't sign a $150 million wide receiver.
You imagine they got Kenny throwing him the ball. Go ahead.
Well, let me get your thoughts on this because, Mike, you mentioned about names and people get enamored with names. Kenyon Green for the Texans, they traded him.
It's not good.
I get it. They traded him to the Eagles. It's not that portion to me because they also got rid of Shaq Mason. They also got rid of Laramie Tunsil. What are they doing there? I know they needed a reshuffle on the line, but you can't just put all rookies there.
I read a couple of pieces, and again, it's anonymous quotes, so take it with a grain of salt, but a lot of disappointed people in that locker room in Houston. Laramie was a leader.
Yes.
I'm not telling you, he's perfect, but he's one of the elite pass protectors in the league. David, I don't have an answer for you. I mean, the cliche, they're trusting their player evaluation. They feel they got some young answers on the line. I don't like it personally.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're doing, what D'Amico thinks about this, because to me, they feel like they're a lot further away from being going to a Super Bowl than where they were for the last couple of years, where last year was injuries and you couldn't get mad. It's like, okay, if you had everybody there, you would have done a lot better. Now it's almost like they're throwing in the towel saying, we're just going to wait for the kids.
Let me offer you a power stat. You enjoy these. I've been on a bit of a roll here. So David, I'm basically trying to seek Dad's approval over here, okay? The Dallas Cowboys are a very famous franchise. All right? But you go, geez, they haven't been very active in free agency last year or this year. Power stat. Do you know the last time the Dallas Cowboys signed a free agent to a contract of at least $6 million a year?
Doesn't sound like much.
Not.
I have no idea.
David?
I feel like it was Brandon Cooks, but I think they traded for him. I can't remember.
No. I won't even ask Kenny. He only goes back about 3 years. 2015, Greg Hardy.
What?
The image that the Cowboys are spenders, they're all in, they do what it takes. It's been 10 years since they've signed a true free agent other than their own.
Well, no, I remember last year it was like, hey, did Jerry know free agency was going on right now? It's like the Cowboys were. I mean, it was an empty seat at the table. Like,
Derrick Henry painted a star on his balls. He's like, I want to be a Cowboy. Jerry, you there? Nobody picked up the phone.
Right, you're looking at the blue chair like, is Jerry going to show up for free agency?
2015. Wow. Thought you'd enjoy that.
I did.
That is a beautiful stat of the day. That's
and
amazing.
By the way, Najee Harris, gone.
Yeah, good for him.
You miss him?
Chargers.
He doesn't get yards per carry.
And it's a prove-it deal. It's a one-year deal.
Horrible.
He's got to prove it. I think it's a great fit for Harbaugh, great fit for the player, and if it works out, he gets paid. Nobody wants to hear you cry.
So you basically have 2 wide receivers, no quarterback, no running back.
You know what? That's in football.
All right.